Hello everyone, I'm Andrew, and here on Slash Course, we specialize in how to kill horror's most vicious villains. But this week, we're doing something a little different.
Hey, you guys hear that?
We're shining a light on the survivors of Jason Voorhees to see what it takes to escape from Camp Blood with your head on your shoulders. Crystal Lake is New Jersey's premier destination for city kid campers, clueless teenage counselors, and hockey-masked serial killers. So if you don't want to spend your summer in the morgue, listen up, because this is how to survive Camp Crystal Lake. Jason's reign of terror racked up the highest body count in all of horror. But diving into Crystal Lake doesn't have to be a death sentence. So we've gathered some do's and don'ts from the Friday franchise. Number 1, don't play pranks. The best way to ensure a painful death at the hands of a hockey-masked madman is to be that guy. You know that guy. The one who's always playing hilarious tricks on his friends, like pretending to drown, shooting arrows at strangers, or scaring your buddies with a mask and harpoon gun.
Damn it, Shelly! Why do you do these stupid things?
Just want you to like me.
If there's one thing Jason hates more than, well, humanity, I guess, it's a jovial prankster. Even worse, if you get a rep for crying wolf, no one will believe you when Jason actually slashes your jugular. So please be respectful to your fellow campers, because it's just a prank, bro, doesn't cut it at Crystal Lake.
Stop fooling around, man.
It's just a prank, bro, it's just a prank! We get it, you're like a real son of a b****.
I guess I fooled you, huh?
Besides, there's plenty of fun to be had without resorting to buffoonery, so don't feel the need to abstain.
Sex. You guys are getting boring, you know that?
What would a weekend in the country be without sex?
One of the oldest slasher tropes is that the final girl must be pure. She doesn't smoke, she doesn't drink, she doesn't have premarital sex, and thus she is saved from the hands of the killer. But the sole survivors don't have to be teetotaling virgins. Alice, the first Friday final girl, plays strip Monopoly, downs a beer or two, and yes, partakes of the wacky tobacco, if you know what I'm saying.
Don't smoke. It causes cancer.
You know what I mean? Would you just get up a spaceship or something? Colombian gold, man. Grass, hash, the weeds, dig it?
But in the end, she's the one who kicks the killer's ass. Okay, I mean, to be fair, her luck does run out when she finally runs into Pam's baby boy, but Alice is far from the only non-sober survivor in the series. Hell, drinking, drugs, and debauchery might actually save your life. Tell that to my parents. Hi, Mom. Ted from part 2 is the living definition of dead meat. He's an annoying joker just begging for a machete right to the face.
Come and get him!
But he survives the night by basically saying, you know what, I'm good. Instead of helping you find the maniac in the burlap sack, I'm just gonna go chill at this bar in town and get wasted. So don't be afraid to have some fun. Be like Ted.
You guys quitting already?
Ted, you'd have me after breakfast if I let you.
You are on vacation after all, but just be sure to use your head. If you want to survive Jason, you need to understand Jason, man. So what do we know about the guy? I mean, really, what do we know? He's big, he's strong, and he's invulnerable, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Hey now. Somebody! He's also terrified of water, which being drowned will do to you, although be warned, his hydrophobia has been inconsistent throughout the series. Finally, we know that Jason is the ultimate mama's boy, and more than a few survivors have used this knowledge to psych out the slasher. Sure, you might have to wear a rotting sweater that some old lady got her head chopped off in, but Jason isn't too quick on the draw.
Jason, Mother is talking to you!
Jason, Mother is talking to you.
And while he's trying to figure out why his mom is alive and saying something to him other than, you could bury a machete in the shoulder and get the hell out of there. Jason's mommy issues are ripe for exploitation by clever campers. Just hawk a couple of your mama jokes his way.
Your mom is so short, she got her head chopped off.
But you can also get into his head if you embrace your inner child.
Every little myself thinking if I should die before I wake up, I let myself and say no.
Jason is the ultimate case of arrested development. Hey, that's the name of the show.
No attention span, can't even carry on a typical conversation.
Michael thought he spotted the man who threatened him earlier.
A monster of a man who essentially stopped aging at 11.
The only person I ever knew was his mother. He never went to school, so he never had any friends. I mean, she was everything to him.
I can relate. But despite his reputation as a mindless menace, even this killer has a code. For example, animals are off limits. Sure, in the early days, Jason would hunt for subsistence, and he may or may not have ripped a cute little dog to shreds in part 2, but generally, he's a staunch defender of animal rights. PETA would like Jason. Jason also has a strict no kid killing policy. Unlike your Freddys and your Michael Myerses, he won't harm anyone under the age of 13. Yes, I hear you, and I know that part 4 is all about killing little Tommy Jarvis, but apparently he just missed the cutoff. And subsequent sequels have shown Jason completely ignoring kids, and in some cases, actually befriending them. Now, there's no turning back the hands of time, but if Tommy managed to make Jason believe he was his younger self, maybe you could trick him into thinking you're a tween by, I don't know, flossing? Playing Fortnite? I can't floss, is that apparent? I'm 12! And if there's no way you'll pass as a preteen, maybe he'll go easy on you if you tell him how much you've donated to the World Wildlife Fund. If you have a rescue. Point is, not everyone's a target, so don't go out of your way to make yourself one. And by that I mean, don't preach.
You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you?
God damn it, Ralph, get out of here. Go on, get! Leave people alone!
Crystal Lake is home to all sorts of doomsayers, street preachers, and other generally unpleasant people who can't wait to yell at you about how you're gonna die. Now, despite performing a valuable public service, these bearers of bad omens don't usually live to see their prophecies play out. Crazy Ralph loves booze, his bike, and barking prophecy at anyone who will listen.
It's got a death curse.
He's a real prophet of doom, ain't he?
But even with all that foresight, he sure didn't see that barbed wire necklace coming. Same with the nameless deckhand in part 8. No one believes him that Jason is on board, and before he can say, "I told you so," he's butchered with an axe to the back. Jason's arch nemesis, Creighton Duke, isn't shy about telling the world of the slasher's secrets, but even he can't escape the big guy's brutal back-breaking bear hug. Now, it's possible that Duke survived, much like Abel from part 3, the rare exception of a doomsayer dodging death. But do you really want to take that risk? I understand you just want to help, so do annoying reply guys on Twitter, but no one will believe you anyway, which brings us to our next point. Don't be a dude.
Where's this coming from?
Sorry fellas, but I'm not exactly going out on a limb by saying that, on average, women are way more likely to live through a horror movie.
Are they all dead?
Yes, ma'am.
Women are 50.4% of the population, but there's 65% of Jason Voorhees survivors, if you include androids. So, while it's not exactly an ironclad rule, your chances of survival are statistically superior if you're on the female side of the gender spectrum. Now, hashtag not all men are doomed to die, but the ones that live tend to be the fairly useless boyfriends of the true heroine.
Jason, where's Jason?
We took care of him.
So if you're a cishet dude chilling at Crystal Lake, be good to your girl, because she's gonna carry your ass through to the credits. And listen to her if she suggests that you guys change scenery. Now, Crystal Lake hasn't been home to a functioning summer camp for a very long time, but the camp's not the only reason to visit. There's the lake itself, surrounded by dozens of lodges and cabins, as well as a peaceful little town complete with a charming diner that's happy to cash in on a local legend. Capitalism. Selling French fries with murder.
This makes a whole new patty, hence the 2-for-1 burger sale.
It's even home to a high-tech government research facility. So why would anyone want to leave? Especially a true blue Jersey boy like Jason. Crystal Lake gives Jason a canonical home field advantage depending on how canon you consider Freddy versus Jason. So the simplest survival solution is simply to get the hell out of Dodge. Sounds easy enough, right? I mean, it's not that hard to do in the video game. Unless, of course, someone in your party runs off with the car battery. Shane. Sometimes Jason is hesitant to leave his territory, but we've also seen him pursue his prey to the ends of the earth and beyond. Still, he seems to be more vulnerable outside of his home turf. Take him across the Hudson and expose him to the sewage of New York City, and that bad boy will melt right away, presumably from the same ingredient in our water that makes our bagels so damn delicious. Springwood, Ohio neuters Jason into Freddy Krueger's kid sidekick, and even with a sleek cyborg upgrade in outer space, he seems confused and out of his element, a fact that you can use to your advantage.
Pair variations using data file Crystal Lake 1980.
Hey, you want a beer?
Or do you want to smoke some pot?
But if you can't escape and you can't face him on friendlier ground, then I'm afraid there's only one option left. Fight back. It's not an enviable predicament, but depending on when you visit Crystal Lake, you might be able to throw down with the Camp Blood Killer. Now, Pam Voorhees was a hell of a slasher, but she wasn't exactly the most resilient. And early in his career, Jason was still human. Granted, a human who could survive an axe to the head, but he still felt that pain. Now, if you're squaring up against the rotting, regenerating, revenant Jason, your chances shrink dramatically. Do not, under any circumstances, try to 1v1 zombie Jason. It's not gonna end well. It's like 1v1ing a fed Yasuo on Summoner's Rift. You just don't wanna do it. Your odds improve if you happen to have telekinetic powers, but even then, it's purely a last resort. Honestly, if your goal is to kill Jason Voorhees, well, Kaya's got you covered. But if you're solely focused on surviving Camp Crystal Lake, we can pretty much boil it down to one word: run.
You're all doomed.
Thanks for watching, everyone. What do you think of our newest Slash course? Are there any other slasher settings that deserve a survival guide? Elm Street, Haddonfield, Hell itself? Leave a comment, let us know. Please subscribe to Now This Nerd. And if you see Jason, tell him I said, ch-ch-ch.